In the mighty empire of Rome, where legions marched across the world and emperors ruled with iron fists, there lived a man who would become the symbol of rebellion itself, Spartacus. But before he became legend, Spartacus was just a man, a Thracian born around 111 BC in what is now Bulgaria. Thracians were fierce warriors known for their loyalty and skill in battle. Spartacus himself served as a soldier in the Roman auxiliary. Some say he deserted, others say he was betrayed. Either way, he was captured and sold as a slave. His fate? The life of a gladiator. He was taken to the gladiator training school in Capua, run by a cruel lanista named Batiatus. There, men were broken, stripped of freedom, given numbers instead of names, and trained to fight and die for Roman entertainment. But Spartacus was different. He fought with unmatched strength and tactical skill, earning respect from fellow gladiators. Yet he never forgot what Rome had taken from him, his freedom. In 73 BC, Spartacus, along with around 70 gladiators, planned their escape. Armed only with kitchen knives and tools from the training school, they fought their way out, killing the guards and storming the armory. They took swords and shields, then fled to the slopes of Mount Vesuvius. From there, they began their rebellion. At first, Rome did not take them seriously. How could a band of escaped slaves threaten the empire? But Spartacus was no ordinary rebel. He was a brilliant strategist. With him were other fierce leaders like Crixus, Unamaus, Castus, and Gonicus, each a powerful gladiator in their own right. As news of the rebellion spread, slaves across the region began to join him. Farmers, herdsmen, miners, women and children who had lived in chains their entire lives. Within months, his army grew from a few dozen to over 120,000 people. Rome sent legions to crush them, but Spartacus used the land to his advantage. In one battle, Roman forces trapped the rebels atop Mount Vesuvius, thinking starvation would force them to surrender. Instead, Spartacus ordered his men to weave ropes and ladders from vines. Under cover of darkness, they climbed down the steep cliffs and attacked the Romans from behind, slaughtering them and taking their weapons. With every victory, more joined his cause. They moved across southern Italy, defeating Roman forces again and again. To the slaves, Spartacus was a hero, a liberator. But to the Senate, he was a threat that shook the pride of Rome. Yet Spartacus never planned to conquer Rome itself. His dream was simple: freedom. He wanted to lead his people north, over the Alps, and back to their homelands. But not everyone agreed. Many in his army, drunk with victory, wanted to stay and plunder Italy. This division weakened their purpose. Rome, humiliated by repeated defeats, finally sent one of its most ruthless generals, Marcus Licinius Crassus. Crassus was immensely wealthy and hungry for glory. He reformed the legions, executed cowardly soldiers to instill fear, and built massive fortifications to trap Spartacus in the south. Seeing defeat was near, Spartacus tried to negotiate for freedom. Crassus refused. In a desperate final move, Spartacus rallied his warriors for one last battle. It was fierce, brutal, and hopelessly outmatched. Spartacus fought like a demon on the battlefield, cutting down enemies as he sought Crassus himself, but he was surrounded, stabbed, and killed in the chaos. His body was never found. After their victory, the Romans crucified over 6,000 captured rebels along the Appian Way, a road stretching from Capua to Rome. For miles, their bodies hung as a warning to any who dared to defy Roman power. But while Rome tried to erase his memory with terror, they failed. For centuries, Spartacus remained a legend. To some, he was a savage who threatened order. To others, he was a hero who dared to rise against oppression. His name became a symbol of hope, of the human spirit that refuses to be chained. His story inspired countless revolutions, books, and films. Even today, Spartacus reminds us that freedom is worth any sacrifice, and that even the greatest empires can tremble before a man who refuses to bow. So remember him, not just as a gladiator, but as a warrior who proved that courage, when ignited by injustice, can shake the world.